purchase a copy of Tear in the Desert by Father Ron Camarda, check out www.ewtnreligiouscatalog.com. That's www.ewtnreligiouscatalog.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being with us. Doug Barry here along with Father Mark. We are the compadre co-hosts of, that's a new name for us, compadre co-hosts of Life on the Rock. You like that? Should we do that?
Sure, we can do that one.
Yeah.
You got five kids and a priest.
Right. And maybe someone sent us a T-shirt, the compadres. Well, anyway, we're with Father Ron Camarda here. Father Ron, you were into a story now. This is interesting. You've worked with the Sisters of Mother Teresa's order, and you go to Haiti. You work in Haiti down there once in a while. You've done that work.
I just basically, the work I do is we witness the poor. We don't do work. We just witness, and that's hard enough because they give you enough gifts.
But you're down there. You're spreading light. You're spreading hope. The Word of God. You're spreading that around. Okay, finish that story for us. And the sisters tell you they don't take no for an answer.
And this was a home for the dying. Okay. And I've read all the stories. Well, we walked over, so they asked me to go over to this man, and we're in Haiti, and I don't speak Creole, and and this guy gets there, and they tell him that the priest is here. So I walk over there, and I just had the oils, and as soon as he goes, the priest is here, he goes like this, and then he goes, I mean, this is a very sick person, I thought. And then I did the prayer, and God bless you, and anointed him. And then he looked at me, and then he just died. Right there. I was like, wow. It was beautiful. See, death is not something to be afraid of. It's something that God gives us great joy for.
Yeah, I like the expression, death is not something to fear, it's something to prepare for.
Exactly.
Because it's going to come. And we don't know when. So prepare daily.
Yeah. You said you wanted to talk about the families.
Well, yeah, because this is really, and the time is so short, and this is such a powerful book because you go into something, you don't talk about military strategy, and you don't talk about the politics of whether we should be fighting this war or that, and different opinions, and all that sort of thing. That's all for another debate and other people. You have been dealing with the lives and the souls of individual people. You've held these men, you've blessed them, anointed them, dozens of them. You've been involved in their healing,
even the wounded. They're really tough sometimes, and sometimes they realize that they need something. They need a fatherly care or something. And I would walk into the recovery room sometimes, and that's when I could sit down, and sometimes I would just slip my cross into their hand, something like this, and let them just let it out sometimes.
Just, well, and
2 days after this Edward Ewan died, a man, he came in as S.E. Killian, and we didn't know anything. He had tattoos of 2 guardian angels. He had an open Bible on his side, and we have to strip them down totally when they come in. And he had his Social Security number that said his name, his Social Security number, and Catholic. And I remember praying with him. I had run out of tears by this time, but everyone else was. And when I was praying, I prayed the prayer of Mother Teresa of Calcutta. The fruit of silence is prayer. The fruit of prayer is faith. The fruit of faith is love. The fruit of love is service. And the fruit of service is peace. And when I said peace, he died. I didn't know about a month later. I wrote about it. It was really beautiful, the details. His wife gave birth at the exact same moment, back in Omaha, Nebraska. His first child. 2.5 years later, I actually was in Omaha for a conference, and I met up with her in a hotel. And I prayed with her. And I'd been emailing her a little bit, and she was all excited about me coming there, but as I'm reading the story to her, April, she goes, he didn't have 3 tattoos, he only had 2. And I said, I didn't say anything. I didn't know what to say. And then she goes, like this. Little did I know is she wrote on the computer, I think it was like MySpace or something like that. She writes on it and she goes, Dear baby, she'd been writing to him for 2 years. I always thought that you were coming home. And you know what? I know after visiting Father Ron that you're not coming home. when he described your tattoos, I knew you weren't coming home. And it was an awesome thing, because one thing, just like that, changed that.
The book is about the families, it's about the men, it's about the soldiers that you took care of over there. I know
and there's a website where you can look up the book and just see if you want to, and some of the reviews and the articles and stuff. And that's tearinthedesert.com.
Tear in the Desert. Now, and this is something that soldiers who've been reading this have been finding some healing in.
Yes. And this rosary's actually gone there.
Okay.
Well,
Father, time is running very short. This little green book, I do want to make mention of this, and then we've got a couple of emails we want to get to. This is a book that you kept with you while you were there.
Right.
And throughout your time over there, you were making notes, you were writing down the names of the individuals that you were caring for. This little booklet here, ladies and gentlemen, is somewhat what turned into this. I mean, there's a big connection.
There's over 2,000 names in this journal here.
And what I really find remarkable about everything that you're doing with this whole telling of this story, Father, is that you are reminding us back here, those of us who don't know warfare like you've experienced it, and so many soldiers have over the years, you're reminding us that these are not just numbers. They're not just, soldiers who were trained with guns to go into battle, but these are people who, again, have human beings have lives, hopes, dreams, and families.